As you can see, I am burning sage, and I'm doing it so that I can cleanse my area before I start talking to you about this very important topic: how to have positive energy, how to maintain positive energy. In my opinion, it's the best way to go through life. Even if things are not looking the way that I thought they would, if I have positive energy, it all just feels so much better when you go through things. My name is Chris, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about how I maintain my positive energy, maybe some tips, maybe some advice, something that will help you through the days ahead of you, because life is so much better when you're positive. Nobody wants to be a black cloud. So I think a few of these tips will help you maintain your positive energy. When you're working on having positive energy, I think it's really important that you're very patient with the process, because it is so hard to be positive all the time, especially when frustrating things happen, when things aren't going your way, when people are being mean or confusing or frustrating or anger you. It's really hard to continue to have positive energy. So I am pretty notorious with my friends for having a quick temper. Ooh, they say I'm angry. And over time, I started seeing maybe I can see why they're saying that. So I started digging into myself and started understanding what I snap at and why. And I started focusing on making those things better so I could have better relationships with my friends. One thing is, you don't want to be a black cloud around people. You don't want to come around and make everyone just sort of shy away from you. So sometimes when I'm really frustrated, I take a deep breath. I really go deep into my breath, because I realize that it helps me relax my body and it helps me think clearer, and it just feels so good. So that's one thing that I do. When I'm feeling myself get upset or overwhelmed, or I need a minute, I'll take a deep breath, and it really does work. And I suggest you do that as many times as you need to. Just don't pass out. Another helpful tip is to focus on positivity. You might catch yourself slipping like, oh, this is so fucking frustrating. And then you have to go, oh, I just said this is so fucking frustrating. And that energy is bad energy. So instead of giving into that, you can sort of check yourself, and before you even say it, you could just be like, well, it's gonna turn around soon. And that's being positive. That's looking forward to something better, and that's also manifesting something better. You're speaking it into existence. Something is gonna change, it's gonna get better, and it will. I recently started doing yoga, and oh my gosh, I spend maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes doing it, and it's just so relaxing. It helps me stretch, it helps me clear my mind. Sometimes I'll read while I'm doing yoga. I know it's weird. I'll light my incense and my sage, and I'll just, get to stretching. It's important to stretch your body, be one with your body. Let loose. That feels so good. So a really important one is to think outside the box when problems arise. Whenever there's an issue that I did not expect, I always think outside the box. Like, what is the normal response for this? Thinking outside the box when it comes to problems that arise is not easy, but it's always worth it if you're looking to be positive and remain positive. Positivity is key when it comes to things or situations that you want to get through that are not so fun. So if you have a job you don't like, for example, maybe you should try to think of being grateful that you actually have the job, because you're not thinking about the negative aspects of this job that you don't like. You should think about the blessings that are coming from the job, and it'll probably make you see the good things and why you get up every day, you go to work. I used to be quick-tempered when it came to certain things because I was going through a rough time in my life. But now I've noticed that when people, what used to really upset me is people that I did not know, strangers, saying things to me, like being mean to me, and I'm like, you don't even know me, why are you being mean to me? So it made me snap. But I had to start changing my mind, thinking outside the box. Like, you never know what that person's going through. You never know if maybe they're having a really, really, really rough day and they're just frustrated and they don't know how to control their energy and blase. So that kind of helped me, like, not suck in their energy by thinking outside the box, putting myself in their shoes, and maybe just being like, all right, man, you got it, versus feeding that energy, fueling that fire, making it bigger, and everyone's distracted and now you're negative. One thing that I love to do is separate myself when I'm feeling overwhelmed or frustrated or just unhappy. I like to separate myself and really think about what's going on and why I feel the way I feel. Maybe take a few minutes and think of solutions to the issue that may be happening. I notice that when I clear my mind and I'm able to think, then I'm way more positive than if I'm just letting it sit there and I'm cluttering my mind with more negative things and I'm in that zone of negativity. It's always easier to take myself out of that situation. If you're in an argument, a heated argument, just say, okay, I'll be right back. I'll talk to you in a minute. Please allow me a minute to get my head together. You go, you separate yourself, you breathe, you think, and maybe you can come back with a clear mind. And it'll help you be more positive. On this journey of having a positive mind frame, I always remember now, it was very difficult to get here, that the universe has my back. Regardless if it looks like it or not, it does. I always look back and go, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe that, like, I didn't see that coming. I can't believe that I didn't notice that this was actually gonna work out. It's not really for us to know everything. So it's good to have trust in the universe. It's good to know that it will all work out. Somehow, you don't know when, you don't know how, but it will work out. Having that trust in the universe creates a very positive mind for me, because as an entrepreneur, I have plenty of ups and downs. I have frustrating days, I have discouraging days, but in the back of my mind, I'm always like, oh, this is gonna work out. I know it will. I don't know when, but I know it will. All my hard work is gonna work out. So it's good to sort of think about the universe really having your back when it comes to certain things that are going on in your life. This could be entrepreneurship, relationships, work, whatever. The universe has your back. Be grateful, give gratitude, and whenever things are going so wrong for me, I usually say, thank you, universe, for what you're doing for me. I stress a lot about surroundings. Now, you can see that I have a little feng shui going on here. I'm sitting on pillows. I have my sage and my yoga mat and stuff like that. But I make sure that I always keep my surroundings bright and happy, and I have aromatherapy going and great music and a good vibe. So I make sure that I create my perfect surroundings so that I'm always happy, in a good mood. If I'm having a bad day, I still try to have a good day by creating my own surroundings that make me happy. I think that's really important. For some people, it gets a little hard because you cannot control a lot of things that are going on around you, but I say do one thing every single day that makes you happy, at least. So throughout this journey of having positive energy, I think it's really important to forgive yourself. If you feel like you might have slipped backwards, or oh my god, I'm so negative today, just be grateful that you at least understand and realize that you're being negative, and say, okay, you know, I'll try again, and keep trying. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen like this. You're gonna have to train your mind to be positive. You're gonna have to literally, it's like going through military training to be positive. It has taken me years and years to get to this point that I'm at, and I know I still need more work. I still need more work, because I still have days where I'm like frustrated, irritated. And more recently, I had to really sit with myself and think about how I might come off to other people, and how I might let my negativity drag with me throughout days. So it's always a work in process. You have to forgive yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to give grace to yourself. And eventually it's gonna become easier and easier, and you will learn to be more positive. I've noticed that when I'm positive, my life just seems so much better. Like, the sun is out and my friends are happy and my mom's happy and everyone's just having a great existence. It's like my world just turns into something else. It's like I'm in a field of daisies and like nothing can go wrong. And it's kind of like, this is how I made my world, and this is how I choose to live. It's always a choice. Being positive is a choice, and it's something you choose to do every single day. You can wake up in the morning and you can think of every negative thing that you encounter, and you can like harp on that all day, and that will be your day. A negative, dry, dull, dark existence. And literally, I can't do that. I choose not to. I refuse. And this is why I constantly work on being positive. So if you know someone who needs a word, who might need to be a little more positive, please send them to my video. I can't wait to meet them. Get out there and kick negativity's ass. Okay?